And we're back in front of the red door. The red door marks the Urchild, as we've seen before. When we came here and he destroyed us completely because I had no plan. Now, I have a plan. Let's look at my plan. First off, items. I've emptied the bank, so I literally have all of my good items. All of my Nekdals, all of my Somas, all of my Anti-Venons and Mists, and all of my Excellas. Now, I exited the menu by accident. Okay. Usual boss things. Scarlet and Kira both have full force, and Trevor is down to 13 HP. Why is this? And his max HP is much higher. Why is this? Well, I gave him Vigor Belts. They raise his max HP by 100, and he has 13 HP because, well, you see, curses the Revenge Curse's damage is based off of the actual number of missing HP, not the percentage of missing HP. So you see, if Trevor had the 3 9s of health and 1 HP, he would deal the most possible damage with Revenge Curse. But unfortunately, I can't get to that situation where he would have that. So this is as close as I'm comfortable getting. But still, it should be fine. Now, I've fought the Urchild once off-screen and now once on-screen, and it didn't go very well on screen, but I beat him off screen already, so I'm going to try him again because I know I can win with this setup. So let's go give him another try. You pass through the door and are almost physically overcome by a fearful energy. The demon you face must be the Endbringer, the most powerful monster in the labyrinth. There is little to do now but meet your foe in open combat. You confer with the rest of the party to ensure your equipment and inventory will suffice. We already did that. You take a glance back at the demon. Once you are sure, all that remains is to fight. And fight we shall. We're a guild Azure, goddammit, and we're not gonna fall to some weird Cthulhu-looking bastard. Now, typical first turn boss stuff. Rain using Midoreva, Sahoni Warmighting Rain, Scarlet Dominating, and Kira Riot Gunning. Now here's the difference. We're not going to use Dampen. And we're not going to use Dampen because the Urchild has a really, really fun little ability for when he gets debuffed. Basically, whenever he gets debuffed, he has a fairly high chance of using one of his special skills that he never uses otherwise. You see, what it does is it heals him to full HP and removes all his debuffs. Basically a giant middle finger to you in the party, so we're not going to use Dampen, because that's awful. What we are going to do, what Trevor's going to do this whole fight, and spam Revenge! Because Trevor's taking out his frustration with the porcupines from the first floor that killed him. He's taking it out on the Urchild. Now, turn 2 is a little bit different as far as everybody in the party goes. What we need to do is get Scarlet ready to dominate again as soon as humanly possible. Kira can go ahead and ricochet because we do need to cause some damage, and Trevor's just going to continue to spam Revenge because he's petty and is taking all out his frustrations on the Urchild. Okay, all of his binds are still in place. This is good. Now, at this point, Scarlet can use Dominate again, so we need to finish up the combo and make it so Kira can also use her special. And then everybody else just does what they do. Now, what could really screw me over is Urchild using one of his other special skills that he can just kind of use on a whim, called a Heat Skin. If he uses Heat Skin, he counters all physical attacks made to him on this turn. Now, in this rotation, basically it will be Rain, Scarlet, and Kira, and they will die, which is bad. But since Kira and Scarlet have their boosts back up, Sahoni can instead use Warmight on Kira, so she hits a little harder. And since he has all of his binds still, I think we can go ahead and use Ecstasy. Now, you normally wouldn't use Ecstasy in this situation, because Ecstasy knocks those binds off a little faster. But because we already have Dominate back up, I think we're okay. And it's an extra 800 damage, which is not gonna go in this. I will not obey you because your legs are tied up. I don't know how that works, but I'm a defiant sort of bastard, so you know. And now that his binds are all off, we need to again dominate Riot Gun, and we should be a-okay now. We should, hopefully, be allowed to be okay now. He's been stunned, he takes his damage, and he gets his dominate. We're down to the wire here, guys. We need to refresh the Warmite, just in case it fell off. Well, Ecstasy, Ricochet, and Revenge. Now, at this point, I don't think we need to worry about binds being on him as much as we do need to worry about damage. Because on the 6th turn, he'll always rest, and heal a very small amount of HP. Your child's pattern, much like Primeval, is very, very, very set in stone. We will also be using an All Mist to protect the party as best I'm allowed and able to protect them. Hopefully, we can kill him before he gets his turn. But we have an All Mist to hopefully mitigate some of his damage. And this should do it. Yes! And the Urchild is dead, and we get the Eden Apple, the only drop from the Urchild. Cool. We win, with no fanfare. Yep, but we won. I feel it's also important to note in this one particular boss fight, the time of the boss fight. We fought him during the day. If we fought Urchild during the night, he would be substantially harder, because he doesn't like to be kept up to be kept up late. So he wants to finish us very, very quickly. I think this is just going to be a big section of room, but I want to map this out while we're here, because if we leave, he respawns. And if he respawns right now, we will die. We have no chance of fighting him as it stands. So I just want to map out his room while we're here. You'll see. Wow, that was an intense fight. But a solid way to end the LP. Defeating the Urchild is something that I have never done. I've never even gotten to this point in this game. If I'm being completely honest with you guys. But I'm very happy it was. I drew that wrong. Rain drawing things badly right up to the end. Let's just color in these squares. I don't feel like walking around in here. The longer we're in here, the more I think I'm going to leave and accidentally walk back in, which will be catastrophic. But there's the Urchild's lair. Let's leave now. I'm tired of this place. Let us leave and view our reward for killing him. Let's go ahead and sell this. Oh yeah, this is all from when Trevor was dying. Poor Trevor. He did need to get the crap beat out of him for this to work. And we'll sell the Eden Apple for the Masamune. Now the Masamune is a phenomenal weapon, and we're gonna go ahead and give that to Rain, because it's a brilliant, brilliant, beautiful weapon that we can only buy once now. We have to go and refight the Urchild if we want it again. Let's go talk to the Duke just to see. Yourselves at home. Have you eaten? Welcome to tea. Okay, that's nothing we need to worry about. Now, let's actually go see Kanan, if he's there. If he's not, never mind. This is just the last little check around to see if anything interesting happens for any of the NPCs, any of the major NPCs. If Harpy's here, okay, good. Harpy isn't here. I was gonna say I'm gonna be very unhappy if Harpy's here. Hey, Kanan, are you here? No. Cool. Alright. Never mind. I thought he might be. He's not. But I think the only thing we really need to do now is to sleep, to take a well-deserved nap after defeating the Urchild, who's basically God. And then we're going to go ahead and report our discoveries. We're going to be here a little bit as I mash the A button, because we have never recorded all of our I can't press it any faster than this. I'm trying. I'm trying. Sticky keys is going to pop up in a second as I do this. Oh, sweet Jesus. Alright. There's all of that. We'll go ahead and do the item compendium too. This is just the last second, just waste some time here, just doing all this. I can only press this button so quickly. But I feel we need to report our discoveries, because we've never done this before. Oh, sweet Jesus, there's a lot of things I've found. Including a log. There was a log in there too that I didn't have. Whew. So, that was a very intense fight. Despite how easy I made that look, that actually was my 7th attempt of the day, I think. My, like, 3rd or 4th serious one. Oh, sweet God. Okay. Then the gear registry is something I'm not going to go ahead and do on screen. Cool. But I think that's a good place to end it here. We've beaten the game. That's it. There's no more enemies for us to fight. We've killed them all. So, with that, I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you next time with something else. I know what that something else is. You all voted on what that something else is, so don't worry about that. It'll be good. You guys will like it. But that'll hold us off for until Etrian Odyssey until I'm ready to do Etrian Odyssey 3. And well, hope you guys enjoyed this. I had fun. I had fun with this. I actually like 2 better than 1 now that I've played through them in order like this. But I still think 3 is my favorite though. But we'll get to see that next. We'll get to see that later. Not next time, but later. So once again, I hope you all had fun. Thank you all for watching. Thank you everyone who made this game possible. And well, till next time. So till then, Rank K.